Next, we will go to where we were yesterday. Yesterday, we had a motion seconded on the table and fairly thoroughly discussed, which was to, and people may have to reiterate my memory on the form of the exact proposal, which was amended, was to forward to the court the comments we've collected to this date in regards to diploma privilege. Am I right? Am I on the right topic? Whose motion was this? Was this your motion, Governor Higginson?
It was.
It was amended at some point also.
Yes, and I didn't email it to Julia or to Tara. I just realized, but I do have it written down.
And I believe it was, and then to collect comments until like July 31st or something, and then for me to send all of those as well.
That's right.
Great. We discussed this thoroughly yesterday, but I would be remiss, since we broke quorum yesterday at the end, to not ask, is there any other comments or questions about this matter? Governor Higginson.
Thank you. So there was an editorial in today's paper, Seattle Times, questioning the court's secrecy in making this decision, which I thought we ought to perhaps be aware of in case that impacts our vote. I don't know if anyone else saw it, but I saw it on the online version, so I don't know if it was in the print edition. It seems to me, and my motion yesterday was to provide the comments we've received from the members to date, which was through yesterday, to the court in redacted form, except for those who wrote directly to the court, in which case we won't redact their information. And that we communicate the court's decision to the members as the president deems most appropriate, working with the executive director, and that we ask for comments to be provided to us by July 31st. I believe that was the motion. I believe governor's, let's see, prior to amending it, Governor Stevens seconded it, and then once it was amended, I think it was Governor Peterson who seconded it. So does that sound right to the second or seconds as they may be? So here's my concern. I wonder if this motion is exactly what we want to say now, or do we want to ask the court to actually revisit their decision? I don't know that they would. I don't know that they wouldn't. But we've had some shifting in light of the discussion we had yesterday and the court and the Seattle Times opinion. Now, I'm not suggesting that the court is subject to making a different decision based on an opinion piece in the paper, and that would be unrespectful if I were to even infer that. So I am not. But for us who have members who have overwhelmingly told us, ask the court not to do this, I feel like perhaps we ought to take a stronger stand on behalf of our members and ask the court to actually revisit their decision. So I'm throwing that out. I'm not yet asking to amend my own motion, but I just thought I would find out if governors have opinions on that.
Governor Shichetti and then Governor Grabicki.
I'm just pulling up the opinion piece right now, and I would want to read it. It looks like it was authored by Professor Spitzer, and I want to be careful here because I don't want to seem like we're piling on to the court where they're already getting enough. A lot of attention to this and probably a lot of negative, and then us coming on that too. So I'd want to be careful about that. But before I made any decision, I'd want to read this opinion article.
Mr. President, perhaps we could, I'm just suggesting, perhaps we could move this to a slightly later in the agenda, and during a break we could, if anybody wants to, they could read the opinion piece, and I'm happy to tell people the link. It's only a suggestion. Up to you, of course, as the chair.
Governor Grabicki and then Governor Stevens.
Thank you. Was the opinion piece by Spitzer?
Yes.
Can somebody just forward that by email to everybody?
I think it'd be most appropriate if I sent it, so I will do that.
Thank you, Tara. I agree with Kyle. I don't think that we want to pile on with the court. Our relationship with the court is an important one. Us asking the court to reconsider isn't going to be helpful. If the court wants to reconsider, they'll do it themselves. They're seeing all of this stuff, all these comments, and we just shouldn't put ourselves in a box and put the court in a box by officially asking for reconsideration. Rather, we should forward all the comments to the court and say, these are the comments we've received from the membership. We wanted the court to be aware of these comments, period, and leave it at that. We don't need to be butting up the court.
Thank you, Governor Grabicki. And just to remind everyone, the board has taken a position on it, and the board has told the court its position on it. Governor Stevens.
Yeah, so as I understood the motion that we had yesterday, it was simply sending comments on to the court.
Sure.
I am opposed to now once again saying what we've already said. I don't think we need to do that. I think just the comments are in alignment with the position we took, and I don't think we need to restate. And oh, by the way, so many of our members have provided information to us that tells us that we are in alignment with their views. But there's another thing that I now become concerned about, and that is the people who are under the impression that they have now received diploma privilege and are not going to be sitting for the July bar. And I don't know what that does for the folks with the February bar, but I don't think they should be treated like a yo-yo. You know, I think when we're talking about sitting for the bar, you get into a zone in terms of preparing for that exam. I think that's kind of been broken now. I wouldn't so much comment to the court about that at all, but actually kind of like with Governor Grabicki, you know, I hold the court as able. I don't think we need to tell them anything more than they already know. I don't think we need to help them through what is a difficult decision that was against what our advice and counsel was, and I think we should leave it alone. So besides just sending additional comments, you know, I think that's fine, but doing anything else, I don't think is helpful at all.
Okay, I've had the motion and second on the table. I've had discussion. I've had the idea thrown out that we could table this to later in the meeting. I've had the...
And Mr. President, what is the motion again?
The motion is to send the court the comments we have collected, and then also ask the membership to provide any other feedback and send that to the court by July 31st, or comments up to July 31st. So not hearing any further comment, motions, amendments, or procedural motions.
Well, one last comment. Maybe this is a question for Governor Higginson. Are we confident that that all of the commenters to you knew that these would be forwarded onto the Supreme Court and made a public record?
My posting on the various listservs and to the bar associations in my district simply ask them to provide comments, and I didn't suggest what those comments should be, and I suggested that they send those to the court with a copy to me to forward on to the board. What Kevin and I did was to redact for emails. We redact that were not directed to the court. We redacted the name of the person, and if they referred to any names in the body of their email, we took that out as well, since we weren't, otherwise I personally felt like we would need to get permission from each person to submit them on. Anything that is, and that's why my motion says in the version, the redacted version contained in the board materials, because we did carefully redact all that stuff. And the, except for the letters, which went straight to the court with a copy to me, which I then forwarded to Kevin to put with the materials. Those, since they went straight to the court, it seemed reasonable that their names and contact information would remain in the letter or email, as the case might be.
Thank you.
Onwards and upwards. Governor Abel.
Aye.
Governor Angelo.
Aye.
Governor Clark.
Aye.
Governor Gerbicki.
Aye.
Governor Higginson.
Aye.
Governor Hunter. Governor Kang. I'm just going to read out the names in case they've appeared. Governor Knight.
Aye. Oh, this is Governor King.
Oh, wonderful. Governor Kang, good morning.
Morning.
Governor McBride.
Aye.
Governor Peterson.
Yes.
Governor Schicchetti.
Aye.
Governor Stevens.
Aye.
Governor Swagel. Oh, Governor Tollefson.
Yes.
12 votes in favor. The motion carries. I will endeavor to get that done efficiently. Thank you. All right, we finished our whole first look at all these votes we've had. I have to move on to a second sheet now. You guys have given me so many things to track.